Hi, my name is Charlotte Carroll, and for assignment 2, the purpose was to really get a grasp on continuing working with the camera and also get a grasp on working with our new recorder. The title of the assignment was called People, Places, and Things, and we were using I had a level or a recorder for number 5, which is not the newest edition, but it was good to work with, and we continued working with the TI Rebel 5 camera. Now, my goal statement for this project was to really kind of work with the fancier recorder. I've worked at the Daily Illini before, so I do have a recorder, but I've never used one quite as fancy as this one, so it was kind of fun to work with that. And I did run into some problems as well, or at least what I thought was initial problems, but it turned out being okay in the end. And also to take some natural pictures and keep working on the camera as well. So I divided my website on the WordPress into people, places, and things. So I put both pictures and audio together for this assignment. So for my first page, which contains the people, I included my portrait. So I ended up taking a picture of my brother and getting the audio from him as well. His name is Matt Carroll, and he really likes biking, so I thought I incorporated the bike into his portrait because he bikes all over campus, and that's just something that means a lot to him, so I wanted to put that in his portrait. And that's also what his favorite thing ended up being in his audio, so it worked out really well that the two coincide. For the audio portion, I had a lot of trouble with this at first because we initially did the audio file on the quad. It was too loud, and then I moved inside, but I was using my Apple iPhone headphones, so I had real trouble because I was hearing like scratchy noises on the recordings. So I probably took 10 takes of that recording just because I thought there was a problem with the sound, even though the recorder had worked in class, but that was when I was using the fancy headphones, so I didn't kind of think to put the two together until after I was kept recording for different other parts of the project, and I was running into the same problem. So I finally used my iPhone as a recording device and got audio files just in case as a backup for them. But when I got to class and did the edits and talked with Professor Johnson, it ended up just being because I was using my headphones and the audio file turned out fine. For my natural emotion picture that I also went under people, I took my camera out onto the quad and I kind of was just walking around trying to get pictures of people. I got some pictures of my friends originally, but I kind of wanted to try and kind of push myself to get a natural picture of a natural relationship of people I didn't know. So I was kind of shooting around, and then I turned on a couple walking, and I ended up taking their picture from far away, and then I also then kind of zoomed in, and as they were walking closer, I just snapped, and luckily enough, I got a good picture out of it. And then after I went up to them, and they were like, "Oh, I love this, you'll have to send it to us," so they were so sweet about it, and just having kind of an authoritative presence as if I knew I was doing really helped as well. For my places part of the blog, I ended up taking a picture of my weird lighting situation. So I used a parking garage under one of the apartment buildings on campus, Bluebelks, and it was cool with the lighting and the way it framed. I just kind of did a head-on, so it's as if like this line, you're going with the line and the way it carries itself, and it looks cool with the way the parking lot is lit up. For my audio, again, this is where I ran into trouble with the audio at first. So I had originally my Civilization and Natural were kind of all weird at first, but I ended up, for my Civilization audio, I used kids talking and working on homework during a study session, and then for my Natural audio, I used the sound of a cricket. I was thinking of using water from a fountain, but then it turns out that's not natural audio, that more goes with audio with a thing. So it worked where I was able to use that water from a fountain for audio of a thing. And I ended up using audio of a cricket for my natural sound, and that turned out really cool. Then for my thing page, I used picked 3 pictures of a mini Arc de Triomphe pencil holder that I have. So I was able to get a picture from kind of far away that captured the whole Arc de Triomphe, and then a picture from above that kind of shows the holes of where you could put the pencils in. And then I also got a close-up with pictures of the detail on the side of the little pencil holder. So it's kind of cool. It looks pretty. I had trouble editing the close-up version because of the white balance, but I think I fixed it enough where it looks natural and they all look cohesive and they look like they were taken in the same place, which they were, but before, the way the lighting was, it didn't look like that, so I fixed it. For my audio of a thing, I ended up using the recording of the waterfall, and it worked really well. Overall, I'm happy with how this project turned out. I can't complain. I enjoyed taking the pictures a lot. I'm getting more accustomed with the camera and the recorder as well after realizing it was the headphone problem and not the recorder, so I'm happy.